and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. First of all, I'm so glad that you're here with us, and I am your host, Stroke Survivor Jerry Wald. And for those of you that are new here, um, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, really bringing brain injury. And also, if you guys know that I do this to provide a platform for all survivors to share their journeys on and to show that you're not alone and also bring on experts in brain health so they can share their expertise. So today's guest is Mr. Mike Dosemagen. Um, for those of you that don't know, he's not only a stroke survivor, but he's an author. He has a great book, and you can find it on Amazon. I'll show you the book, but it's not quite your typical stroke book. But you've had your stroke now. How you really live again? But Mike will talk about it. So, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and get started? Good morning, you guys, and sit back, relax, and you know what? Ask questions, make comments, and you guys, love you guys. I'm glad that you're here. So I will go ahead and we'll start the show. And first of all, you can see above is Myomo, is the wonderful sponsor that you guys, I'll do some clips with them and show you some things that they do with their arm device. So hang tight and let's go ahead and get started. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. All right, thank you guys for being here. Ask questions, and let's get bringing on our superstar, Mr. Mike Dosemagen.
Jerry, if you consider me a superstar, you got a lot of problems.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But you're the man. You're an author. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, right. No, I did. Hey, every word that was written in there, well, just about. I had an editor that went in and changed a couple of things, but all the 215, I think it is pages of it.
Right.
It came out of this brain right here after my stroke.
Wow, it's amazing you did that then. And I love this book, and obviously I bought it, and it's a great book. It's easy to read because after my stroke, I didn't want to read, but this, about stroke, this stuff is good to read, and I really appreciate the book because I actually enjoyed it. I read it maybe one or two times, but
did you find the editing errors in it yet?
No, was there?
Well, yeah. I got it written down here. I have most of the people that have been here a while know that I do a dictionary project with my Rotary Club, where every year we give a dictionary to every third grader in Sumner County, Tennessee.
Right.
This year we did close to 2,700.
Wow.
I think it was 2,670.
Wow.
Anyway, I've been doing this long enough. The lady that we buy the dictionaries from, she runs a 501c3, and the lady we buy them from and I have become pretty close friends.
Nice.
So I sent her a book, and she read it, and she says, next time you get it printed, you might want to get these changes made.
Great. She noticed it. That's funny.
So I've ignored it for 6 months now. I got on my list of things to do to write a letter to my editor.
Wow, that's funny. I didn't know. Okay, that shows how I don't know anything here. But I didn't notice any editing things. But you know what? I love that you guys are here. Jenny, you asked what the name of the book is. That's why I held that up. And hello, everybody. Thanks for making comments. And also, if you have any questions you want to ask Mike, please do. Mr. Mike Dosemagen in the house.
The name of the book is Not Quite Your Typical Stroke book. All right, you gotta
Yeah.
get all those words in there. Not quite your typical stroke book, uh, because I can't just call it a stroke book. Although that's the most important part. But my thing in there was, as I was recovering from the stroke and everything, uh, there's all kinds of books out there. There's probably 6 dozen books that you could get, but every one of them was so deep in the in the medical terms, you really don't know what they're talking about. And
Right.
I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer or anything like that. But I still wanted to get some information and something that made sense. So the first 2 chapters of the book are about the stroke and
Right.
about the types of recovery you're going to go through. And then I go into how do you get paid? How do you get Social Security disability? You know,
Right.
I mean, I'm single. I live by myself, but yet I lost my income. You know,
Right.
uh, so how do I live again? What kinds of things can I do so I have something to do all day or every day or most
Absolutely.
every day? You know,
Yeah.
um, and that's where the book is really good. It tells you things like, well, how do I get to being part of the community again?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and I think I've done a pretty good job of it. I wish that we could all do it. I wish that we could all get out and spend 4 days a week going out and doing things. But I know for many of us, it's impossible.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I've been able to overcome the physical handicaps.
Yeah.
I can't walk. You know, when I first had the stroke, I asked my neurologist. I says, "Do you think I'm going to be able to run in the Music City Marathon again?" And he says, "Did you do it before?" I said, "No." He says, "I don't think so."
Oh my. When did you have your stroke?
I had my stroke just about 10 years ago. It was
Wow.
the first the first part of December of what's this? No, take away 10. It'll be 10 years in December.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I see. Leslie, thank you. Leslie's saying you can see the comments, right?
I can see him.
Yeah, because they uh, Leslie said she's ordering the book, and I thank you so much. If I had a book, I'd ask you to buy my book too. But
Yeah, remember that was my tagline about a year ago. Buy my book.
yeah, I know. Exactly. Now, what'd you do before your stroke that
uh,
people don't know? I mean,
I got out of college, I was a quality control manager. I worked for a company that made automotive exhaust systems, and I was a quality control manager for their 6 different plants or 7 plants, however many we had. I moved from there to a company down here in Tennessee that made furniture, and that company eventually, through a bunch of conniving and scheming and everything, got sold and closed down. Uh, then I decided I like it here more than I do anyplace else, so I decided to get a different career,
yeah.
and I've starved ever since. Well,
Wow.
for a while, I kept growing in the sales career, and I ended up being pretty successful.
Right.
But when I had the stroke, I had to shut everything down.
Yeah.
I started my own company where I cleaned floors.
Really? Yeah. A maintenance guy. You're the maintenance crew.
No, I was a sole proprietor. But man, I could make a 70-year-old ceramic tile on a bathroom or a kitchen look like it was brand new.
Wow.
And
Wow.
unfortunately, I did that at a time when our economy was not doing real well.
Yeah.
So I didn't do real well either.
Was that in 2008, probably 2009 or somewhere?
And yeah, 9,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a
Wow.
lot of I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Uh, it was really a time where I got to be involved in my community more
Yeah.
through through the Chamber of Commerce, and I
Right.
had a stroke and I had to let the whole thing die. And I decided, when I was in the hospital with the stroke, I decided, hey, I'm going to take this as a message as God is using this time to give me a vacation.
Wow.
And in a couple of weeks from now, I'll be back to work, right?
Right.
Well, it's 10 years and I'm not back to work yet.
Yeah, I understand that. I salute Tom. First of all, hey guys, Chandra, Paul, Brad, Robin, and even Yvonne. Uh, um, so I missed. I'm sure I missed you guys, but Salute says she messaged you and me a picture of Tom holding your book. I'll have to look.
I remember that picture very well. I've got it in my group of pictures here.
Oh, do you? Okay, good, good. Wow. Uh,
It's stored on my computer forever until the thing dies. Of course, lose all my pictures again. I did that once.
yeah.
It turned out to be a disaster. Um, but anyway, I've used that idea that I can't go back to work. I fortunately made enough money in the past that my Social Security checks are pretty darn good, and I've got a small pension that I live on, but
Nice.
it's going broke right now. And I'm looking forward to this $150 or whatever it is we're going to get on Social Security, and
The increase of that. Wow. Yeah.
that's going to help out. But you don't have to spend money in order to have fun and feel productive. You really don't. Um,
Right.
and you don't have to be able to run the marathon anymore. People tend to wait for me, or they have their patience is unreal.
Yeah.
With places and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you drive?
Oh, I still drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Nobody,
allowed to?
you know, nobody ever told me I couldn't drive, so I never quit.
Yeah. It's so funny. Same here. No one said you couldn't drive. They never took your license. I shouldn't be, if someone's watching, but yeah, I'll forget that question.
Well, I went to my doctor. My daughter lives 7 miles from me, but by the time you go around the river and across the bridge, it takes you an hour to get there. And so I usually go to the doctor and stuff like that, and then I just started driving again.
Right.
And a couple of months after I had the stroke, my doctor says, "How'd you get here?" I said, "Drove." She says, "Huh? You're not supposed to drive."
Oh,
Well, why didn't they tell me that before?
yeah, exactly. So they didn't. They don't report it.
They didn't report it. Nobody ever told me that I couldn't drive anymore.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, you go well, Nashville, and I was going to say I live in Nashville, Tennessee, in a
Right.
suburb of Nashville, which is very. It used to be the place where all of the country stars live,
Oh
but
yeah.
but the Vanderbilt University is probably our largest medical facility in the whole state for all that's concerned. And Vanderbilt is really one of the top 10 universities in the country.
Right.
You don't think about that when you think about Nashville. You think about
Country music.
Jason Aldean. Who's he?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know.
Country music.
But there's more gospel music in Nashville than there is country, and there's
Wow.
there's more rock music recorded here than there is country.
Oh, I wonder why they say. Um, Daniel, nice to see you guys. T. Um, why do they say here it's big? Music capital of the world.
For Nashville,
No, here in Texas.
I don't know. I think they got they're blowing smoke. Probably. Well, when I first moved down here, the street that I lived on had 25 houses, and
Really?
out of those 25 houses, 10 of the households were supported by the music industry.
Wow. Wow.
So it's a big thing, but it's not the biggest by any means. It's a
Yeah.
state, it's a state capital, so insurance is really huge here. Like it is in most any state capital.
Yes. Here's a comment here, Jenny. Uh, oh, I don't, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up here then, if I got it right. So she's been there prior to her stroke. She loves the old Hatch print plate. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's down in the Country Music Hall of Fame now.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Depending on when she had a stroke, they moved it there. Uh, there's a lot of neat things here.
Yeah. Oh, I never been there.
Then you don't know music.
The thing is, I grew up. I my whole life. My mom was on the Ed Sullivan Show. She was playing the piano. My dad played the kazoo.
Really?
But no, I played the drums my whole life. My brothers, sisters, yeah, we're like the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch, yeah. Partridge Family.
Well, you know, I don't really pay attention to country music, and
Well,
please forgive me. But my thing is 70s, 80s, and 90s rock and
oh
roll.
yeah.
You know, that's my life. That's all. I'll sit here a lot of times and spend an hour or two on YouTube. And look at all.
Oh,
It's really interesting here because I know a lot of these people, and I don't know if I should admit it, but I like to watch them their performances on here.
oh
Remember,
yeah.
does anybody remember the Doctor Hook and the Medicine Show?
Um,
Sylvia's mother and the we keep getting richer, but we can't get her picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see here. Please remember this one. Yeah, I
But
understand.
anyway, Dr. Hook one time lived in Hendersonville.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow.
You would think Hendersonville, Tennessee, country music, man. Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
he was a half mile from my girlfriend, or he did live, and
Right.
before his house blew up, before he died.
Wow.
Uh,
Ah.
but you think, okay, neat. Roy Orbison used to be his next door neighbor. Marty
Wow.
Marty Stewart still lives over there. If you
Wow.
remember
Yeah.
that.
That's a. I didn't know where they're living, but
Yeah,
um, here's a question for you, Mike.
sure.
From T Santy. Can you see it here? You want me to read it?
Do you
Something.
have to hire? So I did. I did not hire a lawyer. I did not. I got Social Security my first time around.
Wow.
I didn't have to. It was never denied or anything. I think part of it was when I would talk to a lady from the Social Security office, I'd say, "Okay, I got to set the phone down here and make a note." I make it one harm that works. And
Yeah.
we were very pleasant to each other. She worked up in Chicago, so everything was really great. But hiring a lawyer, um, sometimes lawyers just hire themselves out or want to promote themselves so that they can make money, obviously. And unless you really absolutely have to, I would not hire a lawyer. And that's me because I used to deal with a lot of lawyers, and so I know what their tricks are.
Wow. Wow. So you never did because they take a portion, don't they, of your
Oh yeah, they'll take like 20, 30%, something like that.
for the first check, or who knows?
Yeah, the first check that you get.
Wow. I mean, when you lose your job because of the stroke, uh, I mean the Social Security kind of you have to rely on. All of a sudden, you can't afford to get anything anyway. So,
Hmm.
wow.
It's like when I filed for bankruptcy, and I got to admit it, man.
You know,
Man,
there's nothing wrong with that.
after 6 months, there was no money coming in. You got to do something.
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
I filed for bankruptcy, and the lawyer wouldn't touch it until I paid him $1,400. Well,
Yeah.
how are you going
See
to
you
do
later. Yeah. Get on the list.
that? Find a nice bridge to live under.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So now you're moving. How are you doing? Because just a minute ago we're talking. You mentioned about moving around slowly. It's not like running a marathon anymore.
I get around.
Yeah,
I can climb stairs sometimes, but I have to have a railing on both sides.
yeah. Good to hear.
That's so I can go up one way and down the other.
Oh, I completely understand that. I know because the only one railing, you're gonna have to go down backwards. I mean,
Yeah,
that's me.
most of the people that are physical therapists, they don't recommend that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
In
It,
fact, I got to shoot out one time for talking about that in a stroke support group. And
really?
oh yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I talk about some things I shouldn't do.
Yeah, yeah. Brain injury is tough.
it's it's really unique. I'm very fortunate that my brain injury affects only my movement at my right side of my body. It doesn't affect my speech or anything like this, and it doesn't affect my any cognitive abilities I've got. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to write the book.
Oh, maybe that's why I can't write mine. That's the issue. Oh
Well,
my god.
I started playing with that thing, and it actually took me 2 years to write it because I thought, well, this chapter looks good, and I made an outline. I said, maybe I should work on this one today.
Did your editor retire or got fired or because you said that I didn't notice a lot of mistakes in there.
No, there's only a couple. There's not
Oh,
really all that bad.
but this is a good part of the book here.
Mhm.
If anybody can see it. Oh, I can't do it. Financial issues.
Oh man, financial issues, they can be overcome, but you have to be very positive and keep a positive attitude. If I would have said when I had my stroke that my life is ended, my life would have been ended. I would not have been able to pass along 10 years of experiences.
Right, right. Were you so you went through that depression and all that?
But I did not go through it. I did not allow myself to go through it.
Wow, wow. Did you ever say why me?
No, no. Because, I told you on the first day in the
Right?
hospital that I looked at it as God gave me a vacation, and it lasted
Yeah,
a little bit longer than I wanted it to.
yeah,
On the second day, I decided that okay, it's time to change my career from a working career to a career of serving others and serving myself among them.
yeah. And you still go to stroke support groups? Are you
You
going
know,
now? Or
no, because of COVID.
okay, it put a monkey wrench.
Yeah,
Um,
COVID kind of put a monkey wrench into everything. We've got
right.
a group, our aphasia group from Vanderbilt is still meeting. Uh, in fact, this Thursday we're going to go to a picnic.
Oh,
That's way on the other side of Nashville.
oh
Um,
wow.
but we're doing the Zoom stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We're having a lot of fun. In fact, I like that Zoom stuff so much. I'm not going to go back to. We're going to go back to driving and meeting in person. Heck with it now.
You Zoom. Here's another. T is also asking you how many pages in your book and any and chapters easy read. It is. I read this T, and it is an easy read. I mean, it actually down to earth. I mean, you're really getting into the nitty gritty, and it's
Mhm.
like you said, it's not your typical stroke book. So it's so that's what I'd have to say. But
There's about 215 pages or thereabouts. And what is it? How many chapters are in there? 13 or 12 or something like that.
yeah, that I don't. I never even.
Look at the table of contents. It shows chapter
Oh,
one.
okay. I have. Oh, look at them all here. 14. 14. Mike, you didn't know that? There's 14.
I think I haven't looked at it for 2 years.
You ever read it, Pat? You ever read it again?
I know since it was printed, I've not read it.
What?
Since it was printed by the people at Kindle Publishing, I have not
Wow.
read the book that you see.
You know what? You should read this book. It's actually a pretty good book. A couple of editing mistakes, but no, it's a good book.
I can tell you which pages I'm going to talk to my editor about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've kind of skimmed it.
Right.
Last time I read it was all in a draft form, and I read it in like 4 hours. But when I printed it, when I had the book printed, I specified a larger graphic or font size, and I wrote it. Most books are written for a second or third grader.
Right.
Comprehension. Well, I actually wrote it as though I was a first grader. So, and it sounds funny, but I made it simple, very, very simple, as simple as I could for people to read it.
Yeah. Well,
It's, it's not
this book,
scary.
I'm glad because it wasn't for me since I'm not ever since the stroke. The reading it's a lot of work for me.
Mhm.
I just get bored really easy. But this is a great book. There's one part in here, um, frustration. Do you
Yeah,
remember that? Do you remember that part of it?
yeah.
Can you explain that part?
Don't be frustrated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the easiest way to explain it. Don't be frustrated. Don't
It,
let
it,
don't
yeah,
let all these bad things happen to you. Or don't let them. Don't even let them. The thoughts of bad things enter your mind
right. No,
because
I
then they're
agree.
going to get to you. They'll get to you. I mean, I could sit here a couple weeks ago. My hot water heater had a heart attack. And when it
Oh, I
had,
remember you said that.
yeah, when it had a heart attack, it kind of, well, it messed up all my carpeting, right?
Right.
It took them over 3 weeks to get my carpet replaced. All
Wow.
right, I could really, I could have sat around and then done nothing but worry about my carpet and all the water damage. I just live with it. It's going to get fixed eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and if you keep that in mind, nothing is going to stop the world that I live in. I'm not
Yeah.
going to let it stop the world I live in.
Yeah.
And you know, it's for me. It was easy. For some people, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But if you let yourself be bothered by everything that isn't quite right, you're going to die, and you don't want to do that.
Right. Right. No, I. That's why I say this was a great read.
Hmm.
Um, 'cause, yeah. I mean, you talk about everything as far as frustration or wheelchair.
Oh, I hated that.
How long were you in it?
The amount of time it was in the hospital. We got out of the hospital, and I got out of the chair.
Wow. And Erica E, your positivity is great. I agree.
Well, you guys, I'm glad you all think so. To me, this is normal. This is my normal life.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that's yeah. A lot of people, yeah, in the community as far as stroke and brain injury,
Mhm.
they don't feel like that. So you are a perfect person to be asked. How do you how are you like that? What can you tell somebody else?
Just to be yourself and be the best you can be.
Right, right.
The lady that runs our aphasia group at Vanderbilt. This year, I've had a whole lot of problems. I've had a lot of problems with cancer. I've had heart surgery. I've had a small fortune in dental work. I've got another thing that I'm still working on. And the lady that runs the aphasia group, she says, "How can you have all this stuff happen and still be so positive?"
Yes.
It's easy because I want to live. I've got too many things in the community to live for.
Yeah. I mean, not getting paid for like before the stroke, like
Mhm.
we all um but go your but you feel like you have more of a passion now doing stuff to help
Oh yeah,
other people,
oh yeah,
right?
for sure. I do 'em- Before I used to work 60 to 70 hours a
Nice.
week to make money. Now I work 30 or 40 hours a week to have fun.
Right.
And I
Nice.
starve. I starve. I don't make any money. I starve. But
Yeah.
I tell people that I have a pre-stroke life that was pretty darn good. It was really good, in fact. And I have a post-stroke life that's better.
Wow. I know the feeling. I'm glad that you feel like that. Well, you can tell by how everybody's listening, hearing your positivity. It's just crazy. And this guy here is kind of I don't know if we really see if we I hesitate to bring up his comment, but I have to. Mike Peters. Oh my goodness! Wow, that's true. Let's see. Yeah, okay, now this is true. Do you have grandkids or any? You have kids?
I have three grandsons down in Florida, and I have a granddaughter in Tennessee.
Okay, that's what Lynn's just saying. She lives with her, lives for her grandkids.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
don't ever see the kids in Florida. In fact, I very seldom see my granddaughter that's only 6 miles away
yeah,
because
but it takes you.
I get there.
That's what you said. It takes you about an
I should,
hour.
I should really explain that
Yeah,
uh,
please.
because we've got a river, this huge Cumberland River here,
Right,
and the Cumberland River has got a big dam on it, so it's Old Hickory Lake. If you think about your history, Old Hickory was Andrew Jackson.
uh,
I mean, he was a president and a general and all that stuff in the early 1800s. So he's one of the big names around here. He used to take a flatboat across the river, and he was a good friend with a guy that's got a place called Rock Castle, and they used to
right,
be back and forth there. It was funny. They used to be best friends, but they'd take the ferry back and forth across from the Hermitage, which is his original ranch, and
right.
in the Rock Castle, which was uh, well, I can't remember the guy's name now, Daniel Smith or something like that. But we learn about history, and so we want to pay attention to what goes on around here.
Right. Yeah, you need to. It's amazing. I appreciate all these comments here. You see that? Yeah, I agree. Erica's saying the same thing. She likes her life better now. Yeah, it is better. Helping out, more rewarding, I guess. You know.
We've got this thing called Christmas for Kids. I,
Right?
I've talked about it to you several times. We get
Yeah.
85 musicians tour buses,
Wow.
and we go out and pick up. We got 450 kids involved in it through the school district, and there's
Wow.
450 kids who are less fortunate. So we pick them up, we take them to the spaghetti tour, pizza dinner, or something like that. Then we drop them off at Walmart, and everybody gets a chauffeur or an escort to go
Oh,
through
nice.
Walmart, and
Wow.
everybody gets $150
Wow.
allowance to get. And then we take them back in the buses to their schools later on after that's all done. I did that for 3 years.
Wow.
Then I finally decided I'm too old for this stuff.
All those kids.
450 kids and 450 adults in a Walmart toy department at one time is a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
And if you're 30 years old, you can get away with it.
Oh yeah.
When you're 70, it don't work.
But oh no, I agree. And that's you weren't driving a bus, were you?
No, 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 no. Do you ever see the inside of these tour buses?
I, I've seen one in a town called Green, Texas. The big yeah place here where they yeah I've seen one. It wasn't the greatest one, but I've seen a whole bunch from the outfit that look great.
They're pretty fancy.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this, Mike. Let's see here. Um, let's see. Salute here. Yeah, she loves anyone who helps children. And then look at this. You're so inspiring, Mike.
Chandra, the people out here and that I hang around with all the time call me a very inspirational person. And I tell them, no, not really, because they inspire me to do more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you are inspiring though. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Um, yeah. So that's good. So what else, Mike? Did we not cover on your beautiful journey? And it's so enlightening that there's no. I mean, do you have your days where you feel? I mean, because you are so happy, positive.
Well,
Now my day will go great.
I'll
Now,
tell you what, I'm not looking forward to Friday because Friday I'm going to work on getting some of the things back where they were before they messed around with my carpet.
oh, did they wait? Is your carpet? I probably missed it. Is it put back in
Oh
now?
yeah, it's been replaced. Yeah, they,
Good.
they did it Wednesday. Paul, I see Paul's Cummings is on here.
Yes.
Uh,
Hey, Paul. Yes.
yeah, Wednesday for his program, his what did you call it? The happy hour. I
Yes.
spent I spent an hour and 15 minutes getting my computer hooked back up to get ready for that to get on his show on Wednesday afternoon. I made it by 1 minute.
Oh, really?
I was kidding my landlord here. I said, when I get back there, they're gonna have my computer facing the other end of the table, and my speaker, you know, they're gonna have it turned backwards. And it was. And so, oh my God, they had my computer backwards. I had to take every wire that was connected to it. It took me forever. It's because I'm not as handy and I'm not as physically able to do the things I was before.
Yeah. I understand that, but you are tech savvy now.
I wouldn't say tech savvy. I can plug wires in. I gotta go after my DVD player. I got a DVD player that's 15 years old. Now,
Right.
the reason I like it is it's still got the VCR. The old
That's what I was going to ask you. Is it a VCR, or VHS?
VCR, yeah, VHS and DVD. Uh, but I gotta get that all the wiring for that straightened out again.
Wow.
That'll take me probably about 3 hours.
Wow.
But I'll get it
Yeah.
eventually. I'll be able
Wow.
to watch my hunt for Red October and my old DVDs like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So, well, that's Mike. I really appreciate you being on here. Really, I feel like you've really inspired me to make more people happy because you are positive. So this
you
has
have
been
to.
great.
All right, little things like don't be afraid to talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I have we got a Publix grocery store here, and
Right.
those people there are the happiest people you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And they're just as friendly as can be. People
Good.
will treat you as you treat people.
Yeah.
Uh, if they look at you and they say, I don't like that guy, they're not going to talk to you. You
Right.
know, if they think they can help you, or if you can help them in some way, by God, do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Like. Yeah.
you've got experiences with your stroke that the other 99% of the people in the country don't have.
Right.
Just share them, and look for the good in them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Beautiful.
and if you can do that, you've accomplished something.
Nice. So true. But you say it's okay to ask for help. Some people don't want to ask, but I. Oh, good.
If I can't reach something at the grocery store, I get somebody to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. But you have to do all your own shopping, all your other stuff.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. hmm I do my own cooking too.
really, you cook too?
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Hey, I make a mean pizza from scratch. From scratch.
Really?
Yeah.
Real, not cauliflower like my wife does.
No.
A
No.
real pizza.
I don't even go down the frozen pizza aisle in the grocery store.
Yeah. Wow.
I make a real pizza, and it's something I've done all my life since I originally moved out of Racine, Wisconsin.
Wow. Oh, so you're from Wisconsin?
Yeah, originally grew up in Wisconsin. I spent a couple of years in Nebraska, and then 5 or 6 years in Michigan, and I've been down here in the Nashville, Tennessee area for 32, 33 years now.
Wow. You're not moving. You're not going anywhere.
No, no, no. I've got too much of a life here.
Wow. Good for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're established there.
Yeah. Hmm.
Wow. You know what? This is great. I don't think I've heard this. What was it? You laugh a lot, which is good. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, there are settings so you don't laugh a lot.
That's true. Exactly.
But when you can get away with it, you get away with it.
Yeah, you have to. Exactly. So, wow.
I could come up here, I could be really serious, and I could sit back and say, you have a stroke. You have three ways you can have a stroke. You can have a brain bleed, or you can be, and go on like that. Are you going to learn as much?
Why?
Why should you be so stiff and so unassuming and everything? You know,
Yeah.
we can keep going. We can learn. We can have fun at the same time. So we're going to do that.
Yeah. And that's how your book is too.
Hmm. It is. The book
Yeah.
was intended to be a little bit humorous, a little bit sarcastic sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, it's the real deal. I mean,
But it's the kind of book that you will not lose interest in. There's one chapter when I talk about the angles that you can move your hand in that.
yeah.
I can, you can move your left hand all over the place. Here's my right hand. Wait, I get it. That's it. That's what I can do with my right hand. If I was Jerry's age when I had my stroke, I'd go through Jerry's method of trying to go through rehab and get my hand to work.
How old were you when you had? Because I was 49. I'm 60 right now.
You're 50.
No, I'm 60 right now.
Okay. I was 61 when I had my stroke, and I'm 71 right now.
Wow. I have to say, but you look great. No, I'm
Oh,
serious.
if I were to stand up and walk over to the door here, you'd say something altogether different.
Oh, hey, but at least you're driving. I mean, you're driving. That's awesome.
Yeah, I even bought a new car 5 years ago.
Wow. No, life is good. Wow.
Oh man! If anybody has any questions, my email address is MikeDosemagen01 at gmail.com. Uh, if you can remember that, if you send me any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Uh,
Awesome. I'm
I'm
trying
not
to.
gonna, I'm not going to give out my phone number because that thing rings enough, and it's
Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm putting it in here. Um,
I'll try to answer any questions that you have, uh, and anything else I can do to help you out.
yeah. Keep talking, Mike. I'm doing this. Typing in your.
Well, you type it, you can't write it out.
No. I mail.com.
Something,
Okay.
something that I think is right here. It's probably a good time to talk about it. I decided after I had my stroke that I was going to concentrate on doing what I can do with my brain to help other people. I was very funny about going through therapy and everything.
Right.
I went 2 months worth of therapy and then I stopped because I ran out of insurance money.
Exactly. Was that?
Salute, salute is DOSE. It's
Oh,
MIKEDO. Mike,
see.
yeah, she's got it on there
Yes.
MIKESO. It's MIKEDO. Um, uh, I had to use that all one because I got a cousin, a second or third cousin that got on the Gmail before I did it. Creep. So I had to put a one on there. Uh,
Wow.
I never concentrated on going after the physical therapy. I just
Right.
I let the physical constraints go away as the time went on. This malarkey they tell you you're not going to do anything after a year that's going to get better. That's a bunch of poppycock
Yeah.
because you definitely will. You
So
definitely
yeah. So you never listened to the people that said you plateau, which
no. There's no such thing as a plateau.
right there it is. Right.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, reach out to Mike. He will get back to you.
May take a couple of months, but I'll get back to you as quickly.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, uh, I've got a blog or something. I guess you can call it. I haven't put anything in there in months now, but I have a website. It's MikeDosemagen.com. It talks about my book a little bit, and it's an effort to sell books. Periodically, I'll put an update as to what I'm experiencing in there. Uh,
Right.
I haven't done. COVID has screwed everything up so bad I
Sure.
haven't done anything for several months because of COVID uh,
Right.
and being busy.
Yeah.
But I suppose I should start bringing that back up again.
Yeah. I think you should do that. I think it'd be good to see your blogs. Oh, here's one here. T is asking you, are you on Instagram?
No, Facebook,
Okay.
Facebook only.
Okay.
I
Here's
have
another one.
no. I was on LinkedIn when I went into my sales career,
Right.
and anything that's on there now is 12 years old at least.
Wow.
So
There
no,
you
I'm
go, guys.
not on LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Right. Oh gosh.
I got a Facebook page called Mike Dosemagen Dash Writer, and you're all welcome to get on there too.
Yeah. Maybe slowly you could put that in there because I have to go back in and type with one hand, one finger.
Well, I use two fingers.
Oh, can you really? Wow. Yeah. That's wow. That's crazy. Oh, there we go. Lynette Price, thanks for showing up here. Avril from uh, Western Isles, Scotland. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
That's funny. Healing does happen, yeah, but it takes time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And I apologize if I don't know Corvixen. You know, and well, guess you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's talk stroke.
Hmm.
And here is that's it. Oh wait, sorry, I'm like this from yeah. Okay, and salute.
Right. Now
Mike goes maybe.
it'll show up if you look for Mike Dosemagen Writer. But there's spaces between the mic and the Dosemagen, and then between the dashes and all that other stuff. It'll show up.
Well, yeah, we'll have to find it. But yeah, I'll check that out too. So, well, Mike, what time? It's about close to time here. Any last beautiful words that you could possibly even add to what you're saying already?
Have fun.
Love it. Oh,
Yeah.
buy my book.
Right. Jerry remembers when he and I first started communicating back on here. That was my big tagline was "Buy my book."
Yeah, it was great. Um, no worries, Lynette. You were late. It's okay. But yeah, I exactly. That's what I ever all remembered was buy my book. There it is.
Yeah.
It
I
is
should
amazing, you guys.
I should say something to Lynette. I love West Virginia. I used to spend quite a bit of time there, and
Really?
yeah, I love Stonewall Jackson's resort area. They've got a beautiful golf course there, and
Yes.
I just love to go there all the time.
Robin there is asking, show the book again. Here it is, Robin. There it
Remember,
is.
and it's the title is kind of confusing. It's not quite your typical stroke book, but if you go in there and you put my name in a search box at Amazon, it'll come up with the book.
Yes.
Mhm. That's and that's and that's only 2 words instead of 6.
It's true. I think that's how I got it.
I think that's what I told you.
Yes, maybe that's what you told me to do. Okay. Yeah.
That's the way I would do it.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm getting a lot of ideas. Like get back into here of the what your stuff here, your book. Um, This is great. This is great. I mean, now I have to read it again. Home at Tammy's, away from therapy.
Hmm. When I got out of the hospital, I was in the hospital for 28 days. I got
Right?
out, I got out on New Year's Eve, and I went to my daughter Sammy's house for about 3 or 4 months. Then I decided I can cook as well as she can. I went home.
uh, okay. Ray's asking, say that again. If you just type in Mike Dosemagen,
Right. In the
the only
search
thing will pop up.
in a search box, it'll go right to the book.
Okay. Can you see that, Ray? I'm actually not shaking bad here. This is good.
You're
Can
doing
you
better
see
than
it?
I would. Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I also
Um,
when I did the book, I put a lot of thought into things like the cover too. The covers and the title is made easy enough to read, so
yeah.
you're not confused with an image of a brain.
So I'll take the brain out of my. I've been writing. Okay. Yeah.
You
And
know,
it's on Amazon.
it's on Amazon.
Yeah. Um, this is good. This is so true. Oh, I talk about me. Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Sorry.
the book that I'm reading, that I'm working on right now, it's not a stroke book. I burned myself out on that.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
Wow.
it's a mystery.
I bet. And I like he's asking, or when do you go on a book? When does the book tour start?
That's a very something you'd think that it'd be quite natural to do, but really the book is a very specialized book. You're not going to get 100 people to come up to my local Barnes and Noble to buy the book.
Is it there?
No,
Oh,
the only way you can get it is through Amazon, and I can ship you one, but I'm going to charge you up the wazoo.
yeah. I already have mine. I don't need another one.
Because I
Yeah.
got to pay Tennessee sales tax when I get them, and
Right.
I got to pay for the envelope and the shipping and everything. So you can get the book for the 17.95. If I sell it to you, it's going to be closer to $32
Because of the shipping.
because the shipping. I got again, we have a high tax rate, our sales tax, because we don't have any income tax. So I got to get 10% for the sales tax and everything.
You gotta
It's
make.
not
You gotta
worth it.
make. Yeah, you gotta make a little buck there. Anyway.
My
Okay.
my
So Christy. Okay, that's who Corrixon is.
my total inventory of my book is right now is 12.
Really?
Yeah, I got 12 on my counter.
Wow. Wait, I gotta see. Oh, I didn't get a signed copy though. Wow. And yeah, look at the back, you guys. There it is, my picture.
Yeah.
I love it.
My picture's probably about 12 years old. I haven't worn a tie since I had my stroke.
Oh,
I guess
oh yeah.
when my daughter got married, I wore a tie, but I can't button my shirts anymore.
Oh,
My
yeah,
neck's too big.
yeah.
If I buy my shirts big enough for my neck, they look like Bozo the Clown.
So if you do wear a tie, like me, well, I don't, but I have to put a clip-on tie on.
I will not stoop to them.
I know. Oh my God.
I'm not in charge of marketing. Heck no.
You should shoot for more copies than 100.
I The book is actually in Germany. It's in England. It's all over the United States and it's in Canada.
Oh, well, there's Jana. It's in Canada. There you go. Jana's saying you
Hmm.
can get it from Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it from Amazon, and it's because it's in Amazon. It's available for a reasonable price in Canada. No, it's the book is published by Kindle Direct Publishing. Okay, and Kindle Direct Publishing publishes for Amazon. It's actually part of Amazon.
Right?
and they
Interesting.
print it to order. In other words, if you order it today, they'll print it tonight or tomorrow, and you'll
Wow,
yeah.
that's interesting.
They have no inventory. I've got my inventory is 12 right now. You know, I'll
Yeah.
sell them in the next week or two, and go from there. If I'm
So
practicing my autograph, uh,
was it your effective
my
size?
my writing looks like a third grader.
Oh,
You
I know that for me.
know. So
Uh,
I will the local books I sell, I sign. You know I charge people an extra quarter for that.
oh yeah, for the third grade or first grade autograph. Yeah, I mean things
Oh
are not free.
no, I'll tell you what, things can be a lot of fun in your life,
Yeah,
and all you gotta do is not worry about other people. Yeah, Kindle Direct is the name of it. Um, but don't just go right into Amazon. Just go right to Amazon. Don't try to buy it from them because you're buying it from Amazon.
gee, just asking for a friend.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
but it'd be
anybody?
worth the quarter.
Pardon me.
I'm just looking at Jana. She said it would be worth the quarter.
You can ship it to me, and I'll sign it. But have return postage.
Oh yeah,
It costs a small fortune to ship these books off.
yeah. Oh, I bet.
You
I
know.
bet. I don't even know how much I paid, but it was a while ago.
Now, when you buy it from Amazon, all right, if you get your order up over $25, they'll usually ship it for free.
Yeah. Oh, because I have Amazon Prime. So yeah, yeah. I
I
had.
got I got Amazon Prime, and I wish I wouldn't have, because all I buy from them is my books.
Oh gosh, that's funny. Unbelievable. Well, Mike, it's been fun.
Well, we'll do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm up. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again. And let's see. Thanks for being here, Johanna. We're kind of like ending the thing, and the show, the thing.
Thank everybody for being here. I like to do anything I can to help people out.
Love it. I'm so glad that I mean you're so positive. This is awesome. This has to be. We have to do this um, soon because it really was. I think everybody got a lot out of it. The inspiring nature of this was.
You know what we should do is do this about the early part of December, and maybe people buy my book for a Christmas present.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Remember that everyone. Get buy my book. Well, buy Mike's book.
I haven't used that for a long time now. But
Yeah. Well.
we have COVID. It's been a major part of our lives now for almost 2 years. It's going
Right.
on, and but don't be afraid to go out and eat. Don't be afraid to go out and spend money. Uh, I mean, reasonably. Don't I
Sure.
mean don't go out and buy a $60,000 used car or anything like that. But support the people that are out there that are working for you. In our town we've got over 100 restaurants, and right now there's probably 10 of them are closed up because they can't get people to work,
Yeah.
and
That's
it's
good to
really a
hear.
shame. But if you get out and you can spend some money, even if it's down to local White Castle or Crystals, and these places in our area are maybe most of you know about them, but a Crystal is like you get four hamburgers for $1.
Wow.
you know, uh,
Yeah.
they're not good, but you get three French fries in a bag. But even
Wow.
if you can support those people, it helps them a lot, and it helps keep the places going.
Yeah. Helps the economy there.
You help me get stuff off those boats out in the Pacific Ocean, off Long
Yeah.
Beach, Los Angeles, and so forth.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Exactly.
hmm No, some things I should tell you. Uh, every Tuesday, I go to lunch with somebody, with a friend of mine. Um, in fact, he called me because he's over at his girlfriend's house. He's watching the guys put a new roof on it
Oh,
today, so I'm gonna have to go by myself today. But every day I pretty much have something planned and follow through with it. And that's something that helps a lot, just to
yeah.
know what I can do. Like Wednesday mornings, I go to Rotary at 7 o'clock. Then I go do my grocery shopping, and one day a week I buy donuts. On
Oh,
Wednesday, I buy 2 donuts. Then I come home and take a nap.
after the donuts.
But I try to keep a regular schedule of things to do because that
Yeah.
gives me something to look forward to and
Yeah.
to plan on doing.
Good to know that. Thanks for
Uh,
the advice.
so simple things, but I
Yeah,
still do.
absolutely.
All right.
All right, Mike. Take
Good.
care, everybody. And thanks for showing up and um, continuously. This really means a lot. So, Mike, we will chat sooner than later.
Oh yeah. We knew. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I very much appreciate it. I hope you all got something out of it. It's like this one lady at church. I sold her a copy of the book, and she gave it back to me a week later. She says, "I only got a couple things out of it." I said, "Well, if there may be 100 different things you can get out of that book, but if you got one or two, then it was worth reading it, right?" You know. So it's something you have to look at, and you're not going to be able to do everything that's in there. You're not going
Right.
to be able to do everything I can do. It's just like there's a lot of people that they have a stroke, or you know they say they have a stroke, but it's a minor, very very minor TBI, and so to them that was a big deal, but they don't know how they don't know what a stroke is.
Yeah, sounds great.
So,
I know. I got a lot out of this too, so I
good deal.
really did. I mean, I have a bunch of stroke books here, and they're
Hey, next time we'll have a test.
actually, yeah, not right now, but we'll, okay, perfect. I'll take you up on that one.
So
Okay, Mike.
anyway,
See
take
everybody.
care. It's after 11, and your shorter should last for half hour, 45 minutes. So next time we'll make it quicker if you want.
No, no, this is perfect. I mean, everybody was enjoying you, not me, but they enjoy you. So,
You're
um,
better looking.
yeah, right. No, no,
You're not 71 years old.
you don't look 71 at all, Mike.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you for that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people say that, but
Wow.
I'm proud of my 71 years, and I'm going to go for 80.
Yeah,
After
love it.
that, after that, most everybody knows they're going to be dead, so it ain't going to matter.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, sir. I will see you later on.
Sounds great.